Hello and welcome to another casted game of Age of Empires 3DE. Today we have a best of 3 set from week 4 of the Sunbros 1v1 tournament, and the players today are Parallel 5th versus Jelly. We've got Parallel 5th playing as the Dutch and Jelly playing as the Spanish. Let's get started. Ooh. Turn off view lock there. So the map for this match is Niger Delta, and probably the most important thing to say about this map is that the players are very, very close to each other. Their town centres, just about 1.5 screen widths apart, and that means that there's a lot of potential for early action, early rushes. You've also got a really nice, generous sea down at the bottom, so water boom is very much on the cards. And you've got a 4 trade post trade route going across the top of the map, and let me tell you that all 4 of those trade posts are contestable. You have not got the town centre radius, and you have definitely not got your starting town centre close enough to any of them to feel safe defending one of them from the start of the game. There's also, just to add even more to the equation, some water buffalo lurking around, and I think we're going to see Parallel 5th using their envoy to pick up some of those, and we've got Jelly using the war dog. Well, I was going to say using the war dog to pick up some of those, but I think they're more interested in this treasure now, actually. 50 coin and 50 XP going to be giving them a nice little boost. Now we've got an immediate point of interest here, because Jelly as Spain is actually going for a 12-10. We've got the 3 villagers shipped in. They've already arrived, bumping him up to 12. He's going to be backing that up with capitalism as well. Capitalism about 2-3 villagers worth of coin income, so sort of going to be feeling like 14 or 15 villagers once he's up in age 2, but obviously the 12-10 giving him that extremely fast age up, and looks like he's going up with the governor as well. So it's going to be the tower and the 200 gold. If we hop over to Dutch, I'm not really expecting anything out of the ordinary to come up here. Looks like they've been working on bringing in that elephant there, which is going to be really helpful. Still not got the age up in, but going to be just reaching it any second now. They are going up with quartermaster for 400 wood, so not hugely surprising. We'll do a quick check on the decks. The Dutch deck is called Beginner. It looks pretty elementary. I don't know if this is the default deck, but I could believe it. We got a good mix. We've got some crates, some villagers, some units. We've got age 2, we've got age 3. Very difficult to guess what exactly is coming out of that deck. Jelly's deck simply called 1v1. We've got a couple of unit shipments in age 2. We've got 4 and 5 villagers as well. And then we've got a lot of units available in age 3. So it could be an FF, could be a boom. All sorts of possibilities left open by that deck. Unsurprisingly, Jelly has moved lots of villagers over to wood now, and has just got the resources into the first bank, and that first bank is going down. They're slightly vulnerable position, I would say, going right at the front of the base. Going to be providing plenty of line of sight, obviously, but I'm a little bit vulnerable. Maybe it's not really protected by the TC. If Spain does choose to do some really aggressive age 2 work, we could be in trouble here. We also see Dutch working on taking this 25 wood treasure right from underneath Spain's TC. That's a little bit of a cheeky move there, but it's worked out very well for them. Spain have Dutch have just aged up now. They've got their 400 wood in. They're going to be gathering that up, and you can bet that they're going to be putting more banks down. Spain, it looks like, have sent in 700 gold, so it's going to be a super fast FF, a 1210 FF. Possibly, are we going to be seeing the church card isn't in the deck, so we're not going to be seeing any shenanigans with the church card. The outpost has gone down right in the middle. Let's just check what each player can see. So Jelly hasn't spotted the slightly rogue bank yet, but I'm sure he'll find out about that eventually. And meanwhile, Dutch haven't even sort of scouted the middle water here, but they do not know that that outpost is there. Going to be going a little bit greedy here as well, putting down a market and a house. 700 gold has been shipped, so are we going to see an FF from the Dutch as well? It doesn't look like they're interested in making any more banks. They haven't got anyone on wood. They haven't really shipped any wood. They've spent their 400 from the age up on these buildings down here. Oh, as I say that, bank ranking coming in. No, it's changed to 700 wood. Dutch probably close to having the resources to age up if that's what they go for, but the 700 wood well, the 700 wood could be backing up an FF. Could also be for more banks. On the Spanish side, we've got more houses going down, presumably from a 700 wood shipment that was received, and they are on their way up to age 3, aging up with the scout. That's going to give them some crossbows, and you can bet they're going to come out of this tower. We've also got 9 musketeers queued up, so we are looking at a classic FF push here. I expect we're going to see two Falcons in before I can even finish saying it. So 2 Falcons being shipped now. We're going to have 10 musketeers. It was 4 Huss, not crossbows. The Huss are going straight in to start disrupting, see what they can do. They're going to stop these buildings going down, which is really, really bad for Dutch. Dutch really going to struggle to answer this in any way whatsoever. If the buildings go down, they're dependent entirely on Minutemen and shipments. They haven't got a shipment available either. So they're really in trouble. The merchants having to do a little bit of maneuvering to try and evade these Hussars, get the buildings up without. Let's check in on Jenny's line of sight. He can see that back barracks. He can see that the back barracks is up thanks to the town centre shooting. Is aware of the situation. Real shame that Jelly couldn't prevent those buildings, because that would have probably been game over. But they're up now, and it's still a bad time for Parallel 5th. The first of their 2 barracks is going to go down. They might, let's check in on their train queue. They're going to get just 3 skirmishers. Oh dear, they're going to get just 3 skirmish out of that barracks. They can't train anymore because they're also housed. And they've lost both of their houses that they built with their 400 wood now to this Falk push. This is absolutely horrible stuff. Spain, FF timing, really, really causing problems for the Dutch here. I do not think they're coming back from this. They have not got an answer to these Falks, to these massive musks, and Parallel 5th saying, I messed up. I don't know about that, Parallel 5th, but yeah, it was a pretty overwhelming result once the momentum got going for Spain there. A really quick game, a really stark example of what you can do on this map with those close bases and an aggressive civ like Spain. That is going to be the first game of the set. I don't think there's much to say in terms of the graphs. We can check in on the timings. Let's see if we can work out. So Spain was popping out those musks and Huss on 640, and then look at that, I think jumping up by 10. So that's the Falks coming in at 718, and I really think that from then the rest was history. Really good first game in the set. I'll see you in just a moment for the next one. GG's.